In a shocking turn of events that has left fans and analysts alike reeling, AJ Griffin, the promising young talent and son of former NBA player Adrian Griffin, has made the life-altering decision to walk away from professional basketball at just 21 years old. Why did he take retirement from basketball? Despite his talent, he faced significant pressure to excel and struggled with injuries that impacted his performance. Personal tragedies, including the loss of his nephew, added to his emotional burden. AJ expressed a desire to prioritize his spiritual journey and personal growth, choosing fulfillment outside of basketball. His decision highlights the importance of well-being and the complexities young athletes face when navigating familial expectations and personal challenges. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas, AJ Griffin burst onto the basketball scene as a high school phenom at Whitefield Academy in Atlanta, Georgia. His skills were so electrifying that he earned a spot in the prestigious McDonald's All-American Game. After dominating high school, Griffin took his talents to Duke University, where he continued to shine. In his freshman season, he averaged a solid 10.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 1.0 assists per game. Griffin's deadly three-point shooting and lockdown defense made him a nightmare for opposing teams. Griffin isn't just a basketball player, he's a McDonald's All-American. That's a huge deal. It means he's one of the best high school players in the entire country. He was ranked 12th in the class of 2022, ahead of guys like Scoot Henderson. That's insane. Griffin's got the whole package: scoring, rebounding, and defense. He's a nightmare for opposing teams. With his size, athleticism, and smooth shooting, Griffin's got all the tools to be a superstar in the NBA. He's a versatile forward who can do it all. When the Atlanta Hawks selected AJ Griffin with the 16th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft, eyebrows were raised. The Hawks had some glaring holes in their roster, especially on defense. They were a sieve last season, and everyone was expecting them to snag a lockdown defender. But Griffin? His defense was often a question mark. So, the Hawks' draft pick was a bit of a head-scratcher. He has a ton of offensive talent. He can score from anywhere on the court. But his defense? Well, that's a different story. While he's got the athleticism to be a good defender, he's got some work to do on things like awareness and quickness. That was a big concern for the Hawks. They've got a superstar in Trae Young, and they need players around him who can not only score, but also defend. So drafting Griffin seemed a bit odd. It was like putting a Ferrari in a parking lot and expecting it to do the dishes. But the Hawks might be playing the long game with Griffin. Sure, his defense needs work, but he's an absolute sniper. And with Trae Young drawing all the attention, Griffin's shooting could be a game changer. The Hawks might see Griffin as a diamond in the rough. With the right coaching and NBA experience, they believe he could blossom into a complete player. So, while his defense might be a concern now, they're betting on his potential to pay off big time in the future. When AJ Griffin landed with the Atlanta Hawks, the sky was the limit. Everyone was excited about this kid. He was a potential cornerstone, a future star. But then, things took a turn. The Hawks decided to send Griffin down to the G League. A common move for young players, but still a bit of a surprise given all the hype. And then, bam, ankle injury. That put a major dent in his development. It was a tough break for a guy who was supposed to be the next big thing. Things were a bit rocky for Griffin. First, he started missing practices. That's never a good sign. Then boom, he was traded to the Houston Rockets. A fresh start, but also a lot of uncertainty. And just when we thought things were starting to settle down, Griffin dropped a bombshell. He walked away from basketball. Out of nowhere. No explanation. It was like a punch to the gut for fans who were really excited about his potential. His departure could be rooted in a whole range of things. Maybe he was facing personal challenges, grappling with mental health issues, or even reassessing his career goals. And the fact that there's so much ambiguity around his decision just adds an extra layer of intrigue to the whole situation. Things took a shocking and unsettling turn for AJ Griffin when his brother's girlfriend shared some deeply personal and distressing news on her Instagram story. In her post, she revealed that her baby had been found dead at AJ's father's house, and it sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone with serious questions about what really happened. This heartbreaking revelation uncovered the intense personal struggles that AJ and his family are dealing with, which undoubtedly added to the immense pressure and stress that influenced AJ's choice to step away from basketball. It's a heavy situation, and the impact is felt all around. On top of everything else, the girlfriend also dropped some serious allegations against AJ's brother, Adrian, accusing him of being a domestic abuser. These claims only complicate the situation further, shining a light on a troubling family dynamic that's now under intense public scrutiny. With all these revelations, it's clear that AJ is facing a whirlwind of emotional turmoil that could seriously affect his mental health and overall well-being. With all this family turmoil going on, writer Gary Parch chimed in with a thought-provoking comment, suggesting that AJ Griffin had just fallen out of love with basketball. It's such a relatable sentiment that really highlights how external pressures, family crises, and emotional strain can chip away at an athlete's passion for the game. For young talents like AJ, the mix of personal tragedy and intense public scrutiny can be incredibly overwhelming, forcing them to rethink their priorities and their bond with the sport they once adored. It's a tough place to be, and you can't help but feel for him. AJ Griffin's choice to step away from basketball is really a blend of personal growth and major life events. In a recent TikTok post, he opened up about wanting to deepen his commitment to his religion, hinting that he's on a quest for a greater sense of purpose beyond the world of sports. This spiritual journey likely stems from the heartbreaking loss of his nephew, a tragedy that hit him and his family hard. It's amazing how such a profound loss can make someone reevaluate what truly matters in life, pushing them to shift their focus from competitive athletics to personal and spiritual development. It's a powerful transformation, and you can really feel the weight of it. This situation really mirrors that of Rachel Heck, an incredibly talented college golfer who faced her own hurdles after a serious injury. After that setback, she had a major light bulb moment, realizing there's so much more to life than just sports, which ultimately led her to join the US Air Force. Just like Griffin, Heck's journey shows how life-changing events can spark deep introspection and personal growth. Her choice to pursue a military career reflects a strong commitment to service and a desire to be part of something bigger than herself, which resonates with Griffin's path toward a more profound spiritual commitment. In both cases, these athletes encountered unexpected challenges that pushed them to reevaluate their values and dreams. While Griffin's embrace of his faith stems from a search for comfort and meaning after a family tragedy, Heck's leap into military service was fueled by a quest for purpose beyond her athletic ambitions. Their stories remind us that while sports are incredibly important, they're just one piece of life's puzzle, and sometimes personal growth can blossom from hardship and loss. It's truly inspiring. Griffin's choice to focus on his faith and personal beliefs is like a lifeline for him, helping him find healing and direction amid all the chaos he's been through. It's such an inspiring journey that echoes Rachel Heck's own path, as both have set out to discover fulfillment and purpose beyond the sports they excel. To conclude today's discussion on AJ Griffin, it's evident that his decision to step away from basketball is rooted in a quest for personal growth and spiritual fulfillment. His story emphasizes the importance of mental well-being amid pressure and personal tragedy. If you found this insightful, subscribe for more impactful stories. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about AJ's decision? And don't forget to turn on notifications to stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for watching.